It's Shaman Truths. We're in. Yo, this is a live tree talk with your boy Shaman Truths. It's been a while. Been a long time. I don't think I ever did live. But yo, this is primarily talking about balance, how it's essential right now. Like, just saying, like being around people and maintaining your balance is everything, okay? And what I mean by that, like, so let's just say you're out of alignment with yourself and you're around people. You're not going to be thinking right. Like, when you're really out of loop and you're just around people, you're not going to be thinking right. You might be thinking that these people are out to get you, that these people just, oh my God. What do you mean? There's something I'm having issues, so I don't know what's going on. But what I was saying is basically, like, you're around people. And when you're out of balance, you're not going to be thinking clearly about these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, let's just say I'm out of sync with myself. And now I'm just start having these thoughts that everybody's out to get me. It's not necessarily everybody's out to get you. You're just out of balance. It just happens. It's weird. Like, I had this happen to me plenty of times. When I'm really out of the loop and I'm not, like, doing anything about it, I just start to have these thoughts that aren't really me, you know? And it definitely messes up what's around me because I'm not thinking right. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you're not thinking right, you're not going to be thinking right about other people. They're going to be kind of misconstrued. So you just want to make sure that you're balanced when you're around people. And then another thing, let's say you're out of balance and you want to drink. You want to go do a lot of drugs. You know? You want to go party. What you're doing is you're pretty much killing yourself. I'm not lying. Like, let's just say you're out of balance and you want to go drink. If you get drunk, you might have an even worse time than if you were, like, sober, drunk. Because when you're out of balance, I just feel as though something takes over you a little bit more than your usual self. You know, like, I noticed it was one time I was, I don't know what made me drink, but I ended up drinking. And, oh man, I drank like a gallon. I drank like a gallon and so fast, not even an hour, maybe like 10, 15 minutes. A whole gallon of liquor. Out of balance. I mean, terrible mindset. Like, my pants are down. I'm not thinking right. I almost fought somebody at the store. I'm not in my body. Somebody had to tell me that happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, like, don't be doing things when you're out of sync. And you kind of know when you're out of sync. You know? You already know, like, you just feel that within this is just kind of like, oof. You know what I mean? It's not really stable in your emotions. You're not really stable in your mind, per se. You're all over the place. You're scattered. That's how you know you're out of balance. To know you're balanced, you got everything conserved. You know what I'm saying? Not everything's all scattered. Not scattered brain, scattered emotions. Everything's fine lined in the motion. That's how you know you're in sync and you're balanced. No turmoil within yourself. You know? Once you start finding a lot of turmoil within, that's how you know you're out of balance. And I have to say, being out of balance is necessary to know what balance is. So don't think of it as a bad thing. Just, when you ever get out of balance, you know, really feel what it means so you can indicate whenever you get back into it so you can get yourself out of that, you know. And I have to say the best way to get in the sync with yourself is a lot of self-love, you know? Taking in consideration of being in the now and being more proactive with everyday life in terms of what you put in, what you eat, what you put in like for entertainment, etc., etc. What you do in your free time. Because what I do in my free time can get me out of balance. So it takes apart a lot of things. Like you have to really hone in on what you do in your life and take the things out that take the most out of you. If you have things in your life that takes a lot out of you, I would take those out, because by taking those out, you're putting yourself back into balance slowly but surely. And once you start implementing a routine, a ritual that will enhance your truths and strengths, along with a balanced diet and a well-observed conscience, you will get yourself to balance. But it's consistency. It's not just an everyday thing, one day out of your week. It's every day, you know. And policing your mind, policing your thoughts, policing what you're around, get you back into balance. Leaving a lot of drugs alone get you back into balance. You can't be doing drugs, a lot of drugs expecting to be balanced, such as like smoking a lot of weed, doing a lot of psychedelics won't get you balanced. And to be honest with you, psychedelics will not lead to you ascension. Psychedelics won't give you anything but a tool. It's not shit. You know, it's the tool maker. It's who you are that makes it something. You know? We can do this. We can do much greater things without the drug, but when you have the drug in your system, that's all you see. So you see only the power. But if you have discipline and you're able to like be consistent with yourself and conserve your power, you're going to start seeing bigger things and metaphysical, mystical experiences in your life. You don't always have to do drugs to find it. You can just be who you are, be disciplined, be infinite silent power, stay true to yourself, and it will yield to you in due time. There's no shortcuts to this stuff, man. You got to either go the path or take a rocky path and just be miserable in that rocky path. Or you can take the path of least resistance and appreciate that path. Or you can appreciate the rocky path, depending on what path you want to take. But the path of least resistance is the path of minimalism, conserving, you know, being sacred to yourself, protecting yourself, evolving yourself, always creating, staying balanced. That's how you get yourself through. It ain't the drugs, shit, but really to hurt you. I feel as though drugs can hurt you more than help you. Because, like, I'm not going to lie, my experience with drugs has been a long, far list. Psychedelics, I'd have to say. And a lot of the times, it fucked my mind up. You know? It just fucked my mind up. And, like, it just wasn't fun. And don't get me wrong, I had times where the experiences were fun, but they weren't worth it. Like the last one I had, I literally almost killed myself. I was out of balance. Did some LSD. I'm out of balance. I didn't know. I didn't know I was that out of balance. And I wasn't in control. Something else took control over me. And I was not acting myself. If, like, coming back down, I could, you know, look above that situation and experience and to find out that I wasn't in control. Some entity, something else was in control. Because I was out of balance, out of sync with myself. So whenever you're out of sync, it's like you're out of alignment. So what is in alignment? Something else. So you just don't want to be doing that type of shit if you're out of balance. And that's for any hard psychedelic. Do not get in there knowing that you're not in the right headspace. You're not balanced. You're out of sync. That is not the time to do drugs. That is the time to go within and to work on yourself and find the issues that lie that lie within you. You want to fix those issues, make sure you're balanced, and then get an inner confirmation that it's right for you. Don't just get into it, because it might have big repercussions later, to the point where it's too costly, So I just advise you to make sure that you're balanced to even want to dabble into that stuff, because it's not going to get you balanced. It's going to get you far more out of the loop and enhance what you're going through right now. So that's what they always say. Headspace is everything. Mindset is everything when you get yourself into those psychedelics. It's a double-edged sword when it comes to those psychedelics, if you ask me. I just advise you to leave it all alone. Maybe smoke some weed, but grow your own weed and then smoke it sacredly. Because I'm not going to lie, I know this weed does help you. A lot of people say, fuck weed. I just think they're probably addicts and they can't maintain the weed habits. But if you ask me, weed could be a better tool than fucking LSD. Because never has I ever had an experience smoking weed to where I wasn't in control of my vessel. There was a time I was on LSD, I wasn't in control of my vessel. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like that. But I have to say, if you ever smoke weed, have it pure. Like if you grow your weed, okay, now we talking. You want to make sure that you grow your stuff in it. If you can't get regular and you get some za, just get a feminized seed of some za and grow it your own. But I just advise you to get your own weed, because you don't want to be smoking anybody else's shit, especially if you don't know where it came from. If you don't know where it came from, I advise you to just probably grow your own. And another thing, if D9, Delta 9, aka weed, ain't for you, there's something called Delta 8 that's fairly good. This is Delta 8, this is weed. They're even. Delta 8, weed, even Steven, when you ask me. Because when I smoke Delta 8, my thoughts aren't all over the place. I'm able to maintain myself. When I smoke the weed, sometimes my thoughts are all over the place. Hard to maintain. Priorities get souped all over the place, So you just want to make sure that if you're smoking some D9, you don't want to be smoking too much to the point where you're scattered brain. Because it's just not fun. I've been through it a lot. And then another thing I've noticed on the D9, smoking too much D9, I'm more reserved than ever. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, I'm very reserved. And I don't know what it has to do. I don't know. But, like, I don't talk when I smoke a lot of weed. Like, let's say if I go to the store, I won't talk to nobody. Maybe not even the cashier. The only words I might say to the cashier is, have a wonderful day. I feel as though smoking a lot of D9 suppresses your throat chakra. It's weird, but it definitely does. I smoked a lot of D8, didn't have that issue. Was high as hell, clear mind, could still function, no issues. But I have to say that D8 is a little harsh. Other than that, it's some good shit. I'd say go get you some. Go get you some D8, Delta, Alternatives, CannonClear.com, Reefer Bay. They got some good Delta 8. You want to check your local laws, state laws, to make sure that it's legal. Because a lot of places are banning it. So you just want to make sure it's legal. Just to throw that out there, if you were like, if you ever wanted something like that, there you go. Now you have it. Yeah. You just guys want to make sure that you're balanced. You don't want to be doing too much hard stuff. Stay focused out here. Make sure that your ritual, your routine is divine. Divinely orchestrated by the divine within you. And assisted by your true loving angels and any archangels of the truest loving nature in the hands of God to help you. Nothing else. Once you stand on that path, no entity can come and fuck you up. They can come in there and test you, but nothing can fuck you up once you stand on your true life path and when you're balanced. I'm just letting you know from experience. So just stay on course, because that's the only true way for easy flow, you know. But it's a Shabbat Truth. I'm really tired. Probably gonna take a nap. I'm gonna do another video soon. You guys have a good one, and I'm back. I'm back for good now. I'm back for good. Peace, namaste.